Hello, this is my initial metal detecting video. I bought this house about 6 months ago and I've been finding history on it. It's been about, we figured about 1913, and so started out in the backyard here just seeing what I could find. All these yards have lots that were pasture land for the family cow and other things with the house on the front end. So just started digging around and trying to see what I could find. Most of my digging has been in this one area on the right side because it's the undisturbed part of the land. When they redid the house, they dug a new foundation, and most of the dirt that came out from around there was hauled off, unfortunately. But there's still some land, and right over in this general area is where I've been metal detecting, and there's a reason there's a lot of dirt piled up over there that I'll show you. Eventually I want to get underneath this cherry tree that has been knocked down in an ice storm, and all the dirt, some of the dirt from when they fixed the house is piled underneath this tree. So maybe I'll find some things in there, but most of what I found has come from this area. I'm wondering if there was an old shed or garage or something here, because I found a lot of nails and just a lot of iron, and I'll show you some of the neat things I found so far. But the last thing I found is this pipe in the ground, which is not connected to anything. It goes about 5 or 6 feet long. And then right in the middle is two bricks stuck together, pushed right up against it. So my next plan is to dig that out and see if I can figure out why that happened. Our 80-year-old neighbors have no idea why that looks like that, but we're going to see if we can find out if there's anything under it. And then I'll show you what I found the last month of just digging around through this part of the... On the last time I dug, I found about 8 or 10 clothespins, the metal from clothespins. I found a lot of nails. It's like the handle off of a paint bucket or some sort of bucket. That silvery looking thing looks like the top of a canister of some sort. A lot of weird shaped pieces of metal. There's 2 pieces that look like rebar type of thickness. Then there's one threaded pipe, and this long, what I'm guessing to be an anchor. And then this is just a pretty thick piece of iron with a little lip on it right here. And so our neighbor thinks that might be the top off of an old water pump, yard, well pump. So I'll show you the really neat stuff inside that I got. Here are the smaller items that I found. The first thing I found was this thing. I thought it was a chewing tobacco can when I first got it, and I cleaned it up and found the name Cremola and looked it up on the internet. And as I cleaned more of this off, Skin Beauty Cream, price $1, Dr. Berry Company in Chicago and New York. And so this is the top, and it had a bottom as well. I looked up on the internet and found what it originally looked like, and it was just a 2-piece metal container, but really neat. Dating it around 1915 because of the price. I found some ads in old advertising. $1.25 was the price in 1918. And it was $1 up until then, and so started in 1905, between 1905 and 1918. So I'm just guessing the house was built around 1912 or 13. So found that first, and along with this little link of chain, which is welded at the joint, or not modernly put together. Then I found this wheat penny, 1918, and I'll be talking to a few veterans about how to preserve that, but really neat. The next thing I found was I got a hit on a big blob, a big black blob, and I'll try to post a picture of that in the video, what it looked like originally. And all I could see sticking out were these cylinders, and then this coin was in with it. So I finally took that apart. It turned out to be some kind of grease or oil. And as I cleaned them all up with some hot water and got the oil off, I found 3 bullet casings, cartridges, and a coin. And so the first thing that I did was, once I cleaned them off, I looked at the markings on the end and got a hold of experts online, sent them some pictures. And they told me that these all date between 1890 and about 1912. One of the companies made this style up, one of those bullets, up till 1935. It's unmarked, but I thought that was neat. Finally got the coin cleaned off, and this is one of my favorites. It says there's still a lot of grease on here, so it's black against gold because of the grease. Good for 5 cents in trade at Dan Riney's, and then number 52 is stamped on that. So that's some kind of a trade token. Been calling around and finding out, see if I can find out where that place is located. There's a couple of larger towns near us. It's a possibility. I got in contact with Artifact Man, and he said that he had a couple of those he found about 15 miles from me, so it could be a local place. Found some other neat things I couldn't identify. This is a heavy piece of iron there. The front side has some grooves in it. Could be a latch of some sort. On the back, there's like a little bowl shape on one end, and it looks like a strap could run through there. Thought that was neat. And I found this hair barrette, all metal. It's stamped through, so they made the design by stamping it. When I finally cleaned it off and looked this way, there's a person dancing, holding flowers over their head. That's right side up there. So I thought that was really nice. I found a bunch more clothespins. Today I went out and the snow thawed, and I was digging. I found this stopper from an old bottle. And so I might be in an area where there's some bottles located. I'll have to do a little more digging. The other things I found today, first, this little piece is iron. It's metal, it's barely encrusted, and I thought maybe it was an old thermostat, but it's really, really old. It's small, and so maybe I'll talk to some car guys and see how old that might be. Kind of neat. Makes me think there was a garage back there at one time. Also because of the engine grease. And this is the last thing I found just a while ago. It's just a metal plate. It says RD for that logo. I hope someone can identify that logo and let me know what they think it is, and it includes a serial number. I'm going to try to focus that a little better. There we go. So if you know that logo, let me know. Just continuing on with my discoveries in my yard.